A while back, we determined who the best girl of the RWBY series is, as voted for by all of you, which, to no one's surprise, turned out being Weiss Schnee, followed closely by Neapolitan. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can see the results of that poll, but now I think it's about time that we determine who the best boy of the RWBY series is. Whether your favorites are the ones that the series has followed since the beginning, Jean and Ren, or maybe some of the other classics introduced in the beginnings of RWBY. Roman Torchwick, Professor Ozpin, who I guess the series has also followed in some capacity, Professor Port, Dr. Oobleck, or maybe some members of the other teams that were introduced at the beginning. Team Sun, consisting of Sun Wukong, Neptune, Sage and Scarlet, or if you want to give into anarchy, maybe Cardin's your favorite, along with the rest of his boys. They're also going to be an option. Speaking of other teams introduced, there's also the members of Team Coffee. We can't forget Yatsuhashi and Fox, as there are stories still following them to this day, though not in the main series. And of course, there's all the other teams that were introduced in the Vital Fighting Festival of Volume 3. Members of Team Funky, Team Auburn, Team Burns, all of the characters introduced, though I think in the terms of Best Boy, Volume 3 had some very heavy hitters in the form of Crow Bronwyn and good old Daddy Ironwood. So yeah, I feel like those two are going to make it up on the list, but I'll be interested to see how they compare. Then, of course, there's Oscar introduced into the next volume, and all the way up until Volume 7, there might even be some more recent contenders, with the members of the Ace Operatives. You know, Clover and Marrow, of course being Best Doggo, might be contenders in this as well. I don't really know how Vine's popularity compares to the other two, but we'll see with the results of this poll. And we can't, of course, forget the bad boys of the RWBY series. Although Adam, he is a popular character to some extent, but not necessarily in the form of Best Boy, but I'll leave that all up to you. But then there's also Mercury, Hazel, and Tyrion all fighting for Salem's faction. So, plenty of different options to consider, many that I haven't mentioned, and of course, the one that should be in the back of everyone's mind, introduced in the beginnings of RWBY as well, the good old Shopkeep. Though we haven't seen him since the fall of Beacon, so hopefully he's still out there somewhere doing what it is that he does. So yeah, I'll leave that all up to you. So the link to the poll is in the description below, so go there, vote for your top 3 best boys. The poll will be live from the posting of this video until midnight on December 8th, so there's plenty of time to determine who your top picks are. Following which, the next day, I will post a video containing the results of the poll and who ended up being the best boy of the RWBY fandom. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below who you chose as your top 3 picks, as well as who you think is actually going to win this overall poll. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and want to see more RWBY content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.